Let me see. Dude, how do you have so much energy? We've been going, I don't know. We may even have to cut this up into multiple parts. We've been going like 3.5 hours, and you are just as strong and as, animated as you were in the beginning. I mean, as at the end, as you were in the beginning. How?
Because I don't waste my life force. I haven't been to any stupid concerts. I don't take any stupid drugs. I'm not smoking weed like an idiot. I'm not cheering for a sports team. All of my life force is inside of me so I can master the 7 styles of Aikido and tell the conservatives they're fucking dorks.
Nerds.
That's why. They're all nerds. They're nerds. I'm full of life force. I'm the man who will struggle to the end. I'm that guy. If an alligator were to get hold of me, not only would I snap its neck, but let's imagine 20 alligators got hold of me and they got lucky and somehow managed to decimate me until the last second where I lost consciousness. I would be snapping necks of alligators. To the last second, I refuse to die. I'm that guy. I don't waste an ounce of my life force on anything that's unimportant. Ever. So I refuse to be distracted. The Matrix wants to distract me. They've identified me. They're like, Andrew Tate is a threat. He's full of power and he believes in God and he's a slick talker and he motivates people and he has a bunch of money and he's big and strong and tall and handsome and charming and interesting. He's got a Long Johnson. We have to distract this man. We have to give him something he's interested in outside of fighting the Matrix. And they're trying to come at me with all these beauty queens and these sponsorship contracts and I'm resisting it all. No, I have a mission and I'm on the mission. And we're talking to the people. We must be animated. We have a job to do. We must let the people at home know that enslavement's coming for their entire life and their bloodline unless they resist. Stop watching the fucking Super Bowl. Stop going to stupid concerts and instead be motivated about your family's future.
I don't know how you do it all the time. That's crazy.
Well,
because obviously you have the ability to just turn that on anytime you want. Right? And that in itself is that a skill? Is that a learned skill?
I do have some chemical enhancements. So I will be honest and open about this. I do believe that caffeine and nicotine are super drugs.
Yes.
I truly believe that if you drink a bunch of coffee and smoke a bunch of cigars or cigarettes, that you're going to have fire blood. I've noticed that if I have a bunch of caffeine and a bunch of nicotine, I become very irritable. But I find being irritable is the perfect state of mind to get things done. Often people complain about being irritable or anxious or stressed and they worry about those things, but I only feel comfortable in those scenarios. I would feel lazy if I didn't feel anxious, stressed, and irritable. I guess maybe it's different if you have a boss because you have to make sure you don't snap at your boss, or if you have a wife, you have to be tiptoeing around or she'll leave you or something. But when you're the king of your world, like I am, and I don't have to be careful what I say to anybody and I can shout anytime I want to be as irritable as possible because it gives me the energy and the fire I need to get things done. So I drink a lot of coffee. I smoke a lot of cigars. I only eat once a day. I like to be hungry all of the time because once again, that adds to my irritability. I think irritability is a superpower. Why not?
I feel like after all this is done, I'm going to sit back, reflect, think, okay, what did I think Andrew Tate would be like? And what is he now after sitting here for 3 hours talking about you? And I feel like that reflection may be the most honest thing about everything.
Well, that'll be interesting. Make a video on it. I'll watch it.
I will.
I'll watch it.
Because I think it's fascinating because people think, is Andrew Tate real? People think that all the time, right? And sitting here for hours, I'm like, bro, he is so real, right? And it's a nuance and it's a combination of having original, well thought out ideas with a little bit of showmanship, with a little bit of, I really believe what it is. And I also understand how to use certain words to get my message across. It's this combination that if you don't really experience it and think about it, maybe you'll miss it.
Yeah, and I feel like, I'll be honest. I mean, I can say here, there are times where I'll be deliberately abrasive with some of my ideas. And there's ways to say things as well, which deliberately upset people.
And it has impact. It makes sense. I mean, I get it.
That's right. I can say men should protect women, or I can say females are weak. And one of them's going to ignite the feminists and one of them is not. So it depends what my end objective is and my goal is. I don't think a lot of people think about what their end objective and goal is. Sometimes it's good to get people upset. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I want people to agree with me via affinity. Sometimes I want them to argue a point. If I was to sit with a feminist, I would start by saying men should protect women and see what they say. And then at some point I would say females are weak to upset her, to make her deliberately start trying to use an exception to disprove the rule because I know she will lose that argument. So I'll put her in a losing fight. What does the art of war say? Enter a battle after you know you have won. So I put her in a losing fight because women are not as strong as men. So I'll say it in a way where she feels like she has to defend the idea, even though she knows and everyone knows innately that she is incorrect. So I'm quite particular with my language, depending what I'm trying to achieve. But that's the goal of it all, right? And I actually find it amazing that so many people go through the world without the ability to correctly translate their thoughts into speech. I think that's one of the greatest superpowers on earth.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think things and they can't explain it in a way that makes other people at least understand why they think the way they think.